the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. Here's the former Florida Gator Eddie Pinheiro to get us started. And off we go from Soldier Field. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So first and 10 now from the 30. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's second and 18.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Let him know. Let him know. 13.
Garoppolo now. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. The reception good for 7. It's third down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. The tackle by Eric Armstead.
Brings up second and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. From the shotgun is Trubisky. He finds Robinson. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on third.
Win the rep. Let's go. Hey, ball. Check. Hey, Delta.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender is making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Matt Nagy has made the decision. They're going to go for it here. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And caught it up. And this is going to be 49er football. And they're going to come up empty here on fourth down. So they tried it. Not only did they not get the first, they fumbled it away.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it went from bad to worse, but I know that everyone's going to pile in on the call and say, well, what are you doing? Why would you go for it there? I think that teams that are convinced that they feel pretty good about their game plan, what they want to get done that day, go for it. Give it a try. Hey, let's see if your defense can rescue them a little bit.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end. That'll bring up second down.
Here we go. 180. Here we go.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback on the expected passing situation.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they got across the 50 last time but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. This is caught by Robinson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch there.
Trubisky's throw pulled in by Robinson. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Back in the first quarter, you said it, they need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
First down, a run with Cohen. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Throwing here, Trubisky. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run forward with Montgomery. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he'll take it down shy of 45 at the 46. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range. Yeah,
you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
That's complete to the tight end, Saubert. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
A gain of 11 makes it 3rd and 1.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. They'll have a first down past the 40. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Break it up. 6 man.
On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And some room to work. 30, 20, 10, touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, his second touchdown of the afternoon as the Bears push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They will run again with Coleman. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To throw is Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
And the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Here we go on 4th down to Garoppolo. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So not only do they convert on fourth, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Now Garoppolo on the bootleg. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. George Kittle, 44 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. Gold with the extra point, and it's now 13-7.
Back, baby.
So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. This one into the hands of Burton. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the 1st.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the 1st down run. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They try again with Cohen. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Trubisky gives to Cohen. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, it's Cohen, and he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. The Bears on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Trubisky. He's got his tight end, Burton. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. Trubisky finding the former Eagle Burton for the Chicago 1st. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They run. This is Cohen. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Now it's Trubisky, and he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Nick Bosa in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Check motion, 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 motion.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Here we go. Check. No. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
On first down, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Here's Coleman on the toss. And he went nowhere. He went backwards, back to the 33. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's third down now. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On third and long, it's Garoppolo. And the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And this one will be brought back to the 22. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Again, it's Cohen. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
Not in any rush offensively. Here's Trubisky. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, 58 yards as the Bears push further out in front.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable, but do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense, but that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
Yeah, we'll see if they go back to base. Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he goes out right around the 39. Garoppolo to his tight end, Kittle, for a Niner 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Garoppolo now completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And what are the whistles for? A timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. One final try now for Garoppolo. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through, and they closed them